Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and harbingers of the new dawn, I welcome you to this gathering of inquisitive minds and open hearts. Today, we delve into a subject that has long been shrouded in the shadows of the human psyche. A subject that beckons us into the labyrinthine corridors of our collective unconscious, the intricate relationship between alcohol, addiction, and the human soul. In this exploration, we shall journey through the realms of psychology, mysticism, and the esoteric elements that compose the very fabric of our existential experience as we embark on this expedition. Let us first consider the nature of addiction itself. Addiction, in its essence, is a manifestation of an inner void, a chasm within the soul that seeks to be filled. It is a symptom of a deeper malaise, a signifier of an unfulfilled yearning that goes beyond the mere physical craving for a substance. In this regard, alcohol serves as both a sedative and a symbol. It is a liquid that promises solace and obliteration. Yet, it is also an archetype that holds within it the potential for transformation and understanding. To comprehend the attraction of alcohol, one must first acknowledge the human propensity for escapism. Throughout history, mankind has sought to transcend the mundane, to venture beyond the confines of everyday consciousness. Whether through religious rites, shamanic trances, or the imbibing of intoxicants, there exists a perennial quest for altered states of being. Alcohol, with its immediate effects on the mind and spirit, offers a portal to these altered states. However, in its shadow lies the peril of dependency, which can ensnare the individual in a cycle of desire and despondency in the realm of the psyche. Alcohol operates as both a liberator and a captor. It grants temporary release from the shackles of self-awareness, yet it also chains the individual to the relentless pursuit of that initial liberation. This dichotomy is emblematic of the dual nature of the unconscious itself, a repository of both creative potential and destructive inertia. To navigate this perilous terrain, one must engage in the process of individuation, a concept central to our understanding of psychological development. Individuation, as many of you know, is a journey towards self-realization and the integration of the unconscious with the conscious mind. It is the reconciliation of the various archetypes that reside within us, the hero, the shadow, the anima and animus, the wise old man, and the eternal child. Each of these archetypes represents facets of our personality and experiences, vying for expression and recognition in the throes of addiction. These archetypes can become distorted, their energies misdirected towards the perpetuation of the cycle of dependency. Consider, for instance, the shadow, archetype, a dark reflection of our hidden desires and repressed emotions. In the context of addiction, the shadow looms large, casting its influence over our actions and decisions. It whispers of our inadequacies, our failures, and our unacknowledged fears, urging us to seek refuge in the oblivion of intoxication. Yet, if we are to confront and integrate the shadow, we must first acknowledge its presence, for it is only through understanding that we can transform its energy into a force for growth and enlightenment. In dreams, The language of the unconscious is revealed through symbols and narratives that defy the constraints of rational thought. Alcohol may appear in these dreams as a symbol of both divine communion and destructive abandonment. It is a metaphor for the liquid essence of life, capable of nourishing the soul, yet equally capable of drowning it. The dreamer, in grappling with these visions, is afforded an opportunity to explore the underlying motivations and conflicts that fuel their waking addictions. Furthermore, let us not forget the role of the collective unconscious in shaping our relationship with substances such as alcohol. The collective unconscious, as I have posited, is the reservoir of the shared experiences and memories of humankind. It is the wellspring from which archetypes emerge, and it influences our perceptions and behaviors in ways we may not fully comprehend. Within this collective reservoir, alcohol holds a place of both reverence and revulsion, a duality that mirrors its effects on the individual psyche. In many cultures, alcohol is associated with rites of passage, celebrations, and communal bonding. It is a symbol of hospitality and conviviality. Yet it also carries the weight of moral censor and societal taboo. These cultural associations are not mere social constructs. They are imbued with the archetypal energies that reside within the collective unconscious. Asush, our relationship with alcohol is not solely an individual affair, but a reflection of the broader dynamics at play within the human condition. To truly understand and address the root causes of addiction, one must engage in a dialogue with the unconscious. This dialogue requires courage and introspection, as it involves confronting the fears and desires that reside beneath the surface of our conscious awareness. It is a process akin to alchemy, where the base elements of our psyche are transmuted into the gold of insight and self-knowledge. The alchemical process, as a metaphor for psychological transformation, involves several stages: nigredo, albedo, citrinitas, and rubedo. In the context of addiction, these stages represent the journey from the darkness of dependency to the enlightenment of self-mastery. Nigredo, the blackening, symbolizes the disintegration of the ego and the confrontation with the shadow. It is a period of chaos and confusion, where the individual must relinquish their attachment to the substance and face the void within. Albedo, the whitening, heralds the emergence of clarity and purification. It is a stage of reflection and insight where the individual begins to discern the patterns and archetypes that govern their behavior. In this stage, the light of consciousness illuminates the recesses of the unconscious, revealing the pathways to healing and integration. Citrinitas, the yellowing, signifies the dawning of wisdom and understanding. It is the stage where the individual synthesizes their insights and begins to embody the lessons learned from their journey. The energies of the archetypes are harmonized, and the individual moves towards a state of balance and wholeness. Finally, rubedo, the reddening, represents the culmination of the alchemical process, the rebirth of the self. In this stage, the individual emerges as an integrated and individuated being, having transcended the confines of addiction and embraced their true potential. As we reflect on this alchemical journey, let us also consider the role of the therapist or guide in facilitating this transformation. The therapist, in their capacity as a modern-day shaman, serves as a conduit between the conscious and unconscious realms. They are tasked with guiding the individual through the labyrinths of their psyche, offering insight and support as they navigate the complexities of their inner world. In this sacred partnership, the therapist must remain attuned to the symbolic language of the unconscious, interpreting dreams, fantasies, and projections with sensitivity and discernment. They must also embody the archetype of the wise old man or woman, a figure of wisdom and compassion, who holds the space for healing and growth. As we conclude this exploration, let us remember that the journey towards understanding addiction is not a solitary endeavor. It is a collective quest, one that requires the courage to confront our shadows, the wisdom to learn from our experiences, and the compassion to support one another on the path to wholeness. In this shared odyssey, we are united by our common humanity, our shared struggles, and our collective aspiration for a life imbued with meaning and purpose. In the words of the great alchemists, as above, so below. As within, so without. May we carry this wisdom with us as we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche and the transformative potential that lies within each of us. Let us embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, aware that our inner journey reflects the outer cosmos, and that the microcosm of our psyche echoes the vastness of existence itself. The relationship between alcohol and addiction, seen through the lens of psychological and mystical understanding, is a profound testament to the duality inherent in the human experience. It is a path fraught with peril, yet illuminated by the potential for redemption and self-discovery. As we delve deeper into the psyche, we uncover the archetypal dimensions that shape our engagement with substances like alcohol. One such archetype is the trickster, a complex figure that embodies both creation and chaos, wisdom and folly. The trickster is present in many cultural narratives, from the Native American coyote to the Norse Loki, and represents the unpredictability of life and the subversion of established norms. In the context of addiction, the trickster can manifest as the seductive allure of alcohol, promising liberation and insight while simultaneously ensnaring the individual in a web of deception and dependency. The trickster challenges us to question our assumptions and confront the contradictions within ourselves. It is both a catalyst for transformation and a reminder of our fallibility. To engage with the trickster is to embrace the paradoxes of life, acknowledging that growth often arises from moments of disarray and confusion. In the struggle with addiction, the trickster archetype invites us to see beyond the immediate gratification and recognize the deeper psychological forces at play. Another archetype that comes into focus is the wounded healer, a figure that finds its roots in the myth of Chiron, the wise centaur of Greek mythology who suffered from an incurable wound. The wounded healer represents the notion that through suffering and adversity, we gain the capacity to heal and guide others. In the throes of addiction, individuals often experience profound suffering, Yet within this suffering lies the potential for profound wisdom and empathy. The journey towards recovery is itself a healing journey, wherein the individual is called to confront their own wounds and, in doing so, acquire the insight necessary to assist others on similar paths. This archetype reminds us that the path to wholeness often involves embracing our vulnerabilities and transmuting our pain into a source of strength and understanding. In the therapeutic setting, the dynamic interplay between the archetypes of the trickster and the wounded healer can be harnessed to facilitate healing. The therapist, embodying the role of the wounded healer, draws upon their own experiences and insights to guide the individual through the labyrinth of addiction. They offer a mirror to the soul, reflecting the patterns and narratives that perpetuate the cycle of dependency, and in doing so, empower the individual to rewrite their story. As we continue to navigate the complexities of addiction, it becomes imperative to consider the role of societal and cultural influences. The collective unconscious, as we have established, is a repository of shared symbols and narratives that shape our perceptions and behaviors. In many societies, alcohol is not merely a beverage, but a cultural artifact imbued with meaning and significance. It is intertwined with rituals of celebration, rites of passage, and expressions of social identity. Yet within these cultural frameworks also lies the shadow, the unexamined attitudes and beliefs that contribute to the normalization of excessive consumption and the stigmatization of those who struggle with addiction. To address these cultural dimensions, we must engage in a dialogue that transcends individual experiences and considers the broader societal context. This dialogue requires a willingness to question the values and norms that underpin our relationship with alcohol. It calls for an exploration of alternative narratives that celebrate moderation, mindfulness, and the pursuit of a balanced life. In doing so, we can begin to dismantle the barriers that hinder healing and foster a culture of compassion and understanding. Moreover, the exploration of addiction through a Jungian lens invites us to consider the spiritual dimensions of recovery. For many, so the path to healing involves a reconnection with the sacred, a recognition of the divine within, and the interconnectedness of all life. This spiritual awakening is not confined to any particular religious tradition, but is a universal experience that transcends dogma and doctrine. In the process of recovery, individuals often encounter moments of profound insight and revelation epiphanies that illuminate the path forward and offer a glimpse of the transcendent. These moments, while deeply personal, are also expressions of the collective spiritual journey of humanity. They remind us that beneath the surface of our individual struggles lies a shared quest for meaning and purpose. The spiritual dimension of recovery is closely aligned with the Jungian concept of the self, the archetype of wholeness and the integration of all aspects of the psyche. The journey towards the self is a journey towards authenticity, wherein the individual comes to embody their true nature and realizes their potential as a creative and autonomous being. In this journey, the individual learns to navigate the terrain of their inner world, forging a path through the complexities of their psyche and uncovering the treasures hidden within They come to understand that the process of individuation is not a linear progression, but a cyclical dance of growth and renewal, a dance that mirrors the eternal cycles of nature. As we draw our exploration to a close, let us reflect on the insights gained from this journey into the heart of addiction. We have traversed the landscapes of the psyche, encountered the archetypes that shape our experiences, and engaged with the spiritual dimensions of healing. We have come to recognize that addiction is not merely a personal affliction, but a reflection of the broader dynamics at play within the human condition. In this recognition lies the potential for transformation, a transformation that encompasses not only the individual but also the collective. For as we heal ourselves, we contribute to the healing of the world. As we confront our shadows, we illuminate the path for others, and as we embrace our wholeness, we inspire those around us to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. May we carry these insights with us as we continue our exploration of the mysteries of the human psyche. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the transformative power of the spiritual journey. And may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. In the end, the journey of addiction and recovery is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a spirit that, despite the trials and tribulations of life, continues to seek the light of consciousness and the embrace of the self. Let us honor this journey and support one another as we navigate the complexities of existence, ever mindful of the profound interconnectedness that binds us all. Let us now turn our gaze to the profound interplay between the conscious and the unconscious, a dynamic that is central to the understanding of addiction and the quest for healing. In the vast expanse of the psyche, the conscious mind operates much like a ship navigating the surface of an ocean, aware of the immediate environment, but often oblivious to the depths that lie beneath. The unconscious, in contrast, is the ocean itself, a boundless reservoir of memories, instincts, and archetypes that influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. In the context of addiction, the unconscious often holds the keys to understanding the root causes and motivations that drive compulsive behaviors. It is within these steps that we encounter the repressed desires, unresolved conflicts, and unacknowledged fears that fuel the cycle of dependency. The process of bringing these unconscious elements to light is akin to embarking on a deep-sea exploration where the treasures and terrors of the psyche are revealed in their raw and unfiltered form. This exploration requires a willingness to confront the unknown, to venture into the dark recesses of the mind where the shadows reside. It is a journey that demands courage and introspection, as well as a readiness to embrace the discomfort and uncertainty that accompany the unveiling of the unconscious. In this regard, the therapeutic process serves as a vessel guiding the individuals through the turbulent waters of the inner world and facilitating the integration of the fragmented aspects of the self. A crucial aspect of this journey is the recognition and integration of the shadow, a concept that lies at the heart of Jungian psychology. The shadow represents the unacknowledged and often disowned parts of the self, those aspects that we deem unacceptable or incompatible with our conscious identity. It is the repository of our hidden fears, désir, and impulses, and it exerts a powerful influence on our behavior, often manifesting in the form of projection or compulsive actions in addiction. The shadow can take on a particularly insidious role, as the individual may seek to escape from or numb the discomfort of confronting these hidden aspects. Yet, it is only through the conscious engagement with the shadow that one can begin to dismantle the patterns of avoidance and denial that perpetuate the cycle of addiction. By acknowledging and integrating the shadow, individuals can reclaim the energy and potential that lies dormant within, transforming what was once a source of suffering into a catalyst for growth and understanding. The process of shadow integration is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a deeply emotional and experiential journey. It involves a dialogue with the unconscious, where dreams, fantasies, and symbolic imagery serve as guides to understanding the inner landscape. In this dialogue, the individual is called to listen to the language of the psyche, to decipher the messages encoded within the symbols and narratives that emerge from the depths. Dreams, in particular, hold a special significance in this process, as they offer a direct glimpse into the workings of the unconscious. In the realm of dreams, the boundaries of time and space dissolve, allowing for the expression of archetypal themes and motifs that transcend the limitations of ordinary consciousness. Through dream analysis, individuals can access the wisdom of the unconscious, gaining insights into the underlying dynamics of their addiction and identifying pathways towards healing and transformation. It is important to recognize that the journey of shadow integration is not a solitary endeavor, but one that benefits from the support and guidance of others. The therapeutic relationship as a sacred container for this process provides a space for the exploration and expression of the shadow. Within this relational space, the therapist serves as a witness and guide, offering empathy and understanding as the individual navigates the complexities of their inner world. The therapeutic alliance is characterized by a mutual commitment to truth and authenticity, where both parties engage in a genuine and open exploration of the psyche. It is a partnership founded on trust and respect, where the therapist holds the space for the individual's unfolding and supports their journey towards wholeness. In this collaborative process, the therapist draws upon their own experiences and insights, embodying the archetype of the wounded healer and offering a model for the integration of the shadow as we reflect on the journey of shadow integration. It becomes clear that this process is not merely a means to an end, but an ongoing aspect of the individuation journey. It is a dynamic and evolving dance between the conscious and unconscious, where the individual continually engages with the deeper layers of their psyche and seeks to harmonize the disparate elements within. Through this dance, the individual moves towards a state of greater authenticity and self-awareness, embodying the fullness of their being and embracing the richness of their inner world. In light of these insights, let us consider the role of creativity and imagination in the journey towards healing. Creativity, as an expression of the soul's longing for wholeness, offers a powerful means of engaging with the unconscious and facilitating the integration of the shadow. Through creative expression, individuals can give form to the inchoate energies and emotions that reside within, transforming them into symbols and narratives that can be understood and integrated, whether through art, music, writing, or movement. So the creative process provides a channel for the exploration and expression of the inner world. It allows for the emergence of new perspectives and insights, offering a means of bridging the gap between the conscious and unconscious. In this way, creativity serves as a potent tool for healing, enabling individuals to access the transformative potential that lies within their psyche and to cultivate a deeper connection with their authentic self. As we conclude this exploration, let us hold in our hearts the understanding that the journey of addiction and recovery is a profound testament to the resilience and creativity of the human spirit. It is a journey that calls us to confront our shadows, to engage with the depths of our psyche, and to embrace the transformative power of creativity and imagination. In this journey, we are reminded of the interconnectedness of all life and the shared quest for meaning and purpose that unites us all. May we carry these insights with us as we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche and the transformative potential of the spiritual journey. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the creative expression of the soul. And may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future illuminated by the light of consciousness and the embrace of the self. As we continue our exploration of the intricate relationship between alcohol, addiction, and the human psyche, let us delve further into the symbolic dimensions that underlie these experiences. Symbols, as carriers of meaning, transcend the limitations of language and offer a direct connection to the unconscious. They are the bridge between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen, and they hold the power to reveal the deeper truths of our existence. In the realm of addiction, alcohol itself serves as a potent symbol, one that embodies both the desire for transcendence and the peril of descent. It is a substance that has been revered and reviled across cultures and epochs, associated with both sacred rituals and profane indulgence. This dual nature of alcohol reflects the duality inherent in the human psyche, a duality that encompasses both the light of consciousness and the shadow of the unconscious. To understand the symbolic significance of alcohol, we must consider its historical and cultural context. Throughout history, alcohol has been used in religious ceremonies and communal gatherings as a means of enhancing spiritual experiences and fostering social bonds. In these contexts, it is seen as a gift from the gods, a conduit to the divine that facilitates communion with the sacred. This association with the divine imbues alcohol with an aura of mysticism and power, elevating it beyond the realm of the mundane. Yet, alongside this exalted status lies the shadow side of alcohol, the aspect that reflects its potential for harm and destruction. In the throes of addiction, alcohol becomes a symbol of escapism and self-destruction, a means of numbing the pain and avoiding the realities of life. It represents the relinquishment of control and the surrender to the forces of the unconscious, a descent into the abyss that mirrors the mythological journeys of the hero confronting the underworld. This symbolic tension between transcendence and descent is echoed in the archetypal narratives that populate our collective unconscious. Consider, for instance, the myth of Dionysus, the Greek god of wine and revelry, who embodies both the liberating and chaotic aspects of intoxication. Dionysus, with his dual nature, represents the ecstatic release from the constraints of the ego and the potential for madness and disintegration. He is both the bringer of joy and the harbinger of chaos, a figure that encapsulates the paradoxical nature of alcohol and addiction. In the myth of Dionysus, we find a reflection of the psychological journey of the individual grappling with addiction. The allure of Dionysian ecstasy beckons with the promise of liberation and transcendence. Yet the path is fraught with danger and the risk of losing oneself in the depths of the unconscious. To navigate this perilous terrain, one must cultivate an awareness of the symbolic dimensions of their experience and engage in the conscious integration of these archetypal energies. This process of integration involves a dialogue with the unconscious, where symbols and archetypes are explored and understood within the context of the individual's life. It requires a willingness to confront the shadow and to embrace the lessons that these symbols impart. Through this engagement, individuals can begin to transform the destructive patterns of addiction into pathways of growth and self-discovery. In addition to the myth of Dionysus, we can draw upon other cultural narratives to deepen our understanding of the symbolic dimensions of addiction. Consider the story of the hero's journey, a universal motif that appears in myths and legends across cultures. The hero's journey is a narrative of transformation where the protagonist embarks on a quest that leads them into the unknown, confronting trials and tribulations along the way. This journey is symbolic of the individuation process, where the individual must face the challenges of the unconscious and emerge as a more integrated and whole self. In the context of addiction, the hero's journey serves as a metaphor for the path to recovery. The individual, like the hero, must venture into the depths of their psyche, confronting the demons and shadows that reside within. It is a journey of self-discovery and transformation, where the trials of addiction become opportunities for growth and understanding. Through this process, the individual emerges as a hero in their own right, having transcended the limitations of their former self and embraced their true potential. The hero's journey is not undertaken in isolation, but is supported by guides and allies who offer wisdom and assistance along the way. In the therapeutic setting, the therapist embodies the role of the mentor, providing guidance and support as the individual navigates the complexities of their inner world. This relationship is characterized by mutual respect and collaboration, where both parties engage in a shared quest for understanding and healing. As we reflect on the symbolic dimensions of addiction, let us also consider the role of ritual and ceremony in the healing process. Rituals, as structured and intentional acts, provide a means of engaging with the symbolic and archetypal energies of the psyche. They offer a framework for transformation, creating a sacred space where the individual can explore the depths of their unconscious and integrate the insights gained from their journey. In the context of addiction recovery, rituals can serve as powerful tools for healing and transformation. whether through meditation, creative expression, or communal gatherings. These practices provide a space for reflection and introspection, allowing individuals to connect with the deeper layers of their psyche and to cultivate a sense of meaning and purpose. Through ritual, individuals can engage with the symbolic dimensions of their experience, accessing the wisdom of the unconscious and facilitating the integration of the self. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry with us the understanding that the journey of addiction and recovery is a rich and multifaceted experience, one that encompasses the symbolic, archetypal, and spiritual dimensions of the human psyche. It is a journey that calls us to engage with the depths of our unconscious, to embrace the transformative power of symbols, and to cultivate a deeper connection with our authentic self. May we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche and the transformative potential of the symbolic journey. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the sacred dimensions of ritual and ceremony, and may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future illuminated by the light of consciousness and the embrace of the self. As we continue to navigate the profound terrain of addiction and its symbolic dimensions, let us delve deeper into the interplay between the conscious and unconscious realms. Where the seeds of transformation are sown, this journey is not merely an intellectual endeavor, but an experiential odyssey that calls us to engage with the full spectrum of our inner landscape, embracing both the beauty and the darkness that reside within. In our exploration, we must consider the role of the anima and animus, those inner figures that represent the feminine and masculine aspects of the psyche. These archetypes, deeply embedded in the collective unconscious, influence our perceptions, relationships, and sense of self. They serve as bridges to the unconscious, offering insights into the dynamics of attraction, creativity, and balance within the individual. In the throes of addiction, the anima and animus can become distorted, their energies skewed by the compulsive pursuit of external validation or escape. The imbalance manifests in a disconnection from one's inner world, leading to a reliance on substances like alcohol to fill the void. The anima, when neglected, may express itself through emotional volatility or an overwhelming sense of longing, while the animus, when unacknowledged, may lead to rigidity and an overemphasis on control. To restore harmony, one must embark on a journey of reconciliation, where the anima and animus are brought into conscious awareness and integrated into the self. This process involves cultivating a relationship with these inner figures, acknowledging their presence, and allowing them to inform and enrich our waking lives. Through this integration, individuals can access the full spectrum of their creative potential and establish a more balanced and fulfilling existence. Consider the power of dreams in facilitating this integration. Dreams, as manifestations of the unconscious, often present the anima and animus in symbolic form, offering a window into the soul's desires and conflicts. By engaging with dream imagery, individuals can uncover the hidden messages and insights that these archetypes convey, gaining a deeper understanding of their internal dynamics and the path to healing. The practice of active imagination, a technique central to Jungian psychology, offers a means of engaging with the anima and animus in a conscious and intentional way. Through active imagination, individuals enter into a dialogue with these inner figures, allowing them to express their perspectives and wisdom. This process fosters a deeper connection with the unconscious and facilitates the integration of the anima and animus into the conscious self. As we consider the role of the anima and animus in the journey of addiction and recovery, let us also reflect on the importance of community and connection in this process. Addiction, by its nature, is often characterized by isolation and disconnection, a severing of ties with oneself and with others. The path to recovery, therefore, involves not only the integration of the self, but also the re-establishment of meaningful connections with the world around us. In the context of recovery, community serves as a source of support, wisdom, and shared experience. It provides a space for individuals to share their stories, to bear witness to the journeys of others, and to celebrate the triumphs and challenges of the human experience. Within this communal space, individuals find the strength to confront their shadows, to embrace their vulnerabilities, and to support one another on the path to healing. The role of community in recovery is deeply intertwined with the archetype of the self, the central organizing principle of the psyche that represents wholeness and unity. The self encompasses both the individual and the collective, reflecting the interconnectedness of all life. In the journey towards the self, individuals are called to transcend the confines of the ego and to embrace their place within the larger tapestry of existence. As individuals engage with the community, they are afforded the opportunity to experience the transformative power of empathy, compassion, and shared humanity, these qualities, which lie at the heart of the human experience, serve as antidotes to the isolation and fragmentation that characterize addiction. Through the experience of connection, individuals can access the healing potential of the collective unconscious, drawing upon the wisdom and strength of those who have walked the path before them. In reflecting on these themes, we are reminded of the importance of ritual and ceremony in fostering a sense of community and connection. Rituals, as intentional and symbolic acts, provide a means of marking transitions, celebrating milestones, and honoring the shared journey of recovery. They create a sacred space where individuals can come together in reflection and celebration, acknowledging the challenges and triumphs of their journey and reaffirming their commitment to healing and growth. In conclusion, the journey of addiction and recovery is a multifaceted and deeply transformative process, one that calls us to engage with the depths of our psyche and to embrace the symbolic and archetypal dimensions of our experience. It is a journey that challenges us to confront our shadows, to integrate the anima and animus, and to cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and with the world around us. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche, let us hold in our hearts the understanding that the path to healing is one of courage, creativity, and connection May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the transformative power of community and ritual, and maybe in our quest for understanding contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. In this shared journey, let us carry the light of consciousness as a beacon of hope and transformation, illuminating the path towards wholeness and unity. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future imbued with meaning, purpose, and the embrace of the self, as we continue to traverse the intricate pathways of addiction and recovery. It is essential to delve into the notion of personal mythology and how it shapes our understanding of self and our journey through life. Personal mythology refers to the deeply ingrained narratives that guide our perceptions, decisions, and interactions. These narratives are woven from the threads of our experiences, beliefs, and the archetypal themes that resonate within our unconscious. In the context of addiction, personal mythology can often be characterized by themes of despair, helplessness, or unworthiness. These narratives may arise from past traumas, societal conditioning, or the internalization of external judgments. They form the lens through which individuals view themselves and their place in the world, often perpetuating the cycle of addiction by reinforcing a sense of disconnection or inadequacy. To transform these limiting narratives, one must engage in the process of reauthoring their personal mythology. This process involves a conscious examination of the stories we tell ourselves and the symbols and archetypes that populate our inner world. By bringing these narratives into awareness, individuals can begin to discern the patterns that no longer serve them and to craft new stories that reflect their evolving understanding of self and purpose. In this endeavor, the therapeutic process serves as a guiding light, offering a space for reflection and exploration. The therapist, as both witness and collaborator, assists the individual in uncovering the underlying themes of their personal mythology and in envisioning new possibilities for growth and transformation. Through this collaborative dialogue, individuals are empowered to reclaim their agency and to step into the role of the hero in their own narrative. A critical component of reauthoring personal mythology is the exploration of the archetypal themes that underlie our experiences. As we have discussed, archetypes are universal symbols and motifs that exist within the collective unconscious. They serve as the building blocks of our personal narratives, influencing our perceptions and behaviors in profound ways. By engaging with these archetypal themes, individuals can gain insight into the deeper meanings and motivations that drive their actions. They can uncover the hidden desires and fears that shape their personal mythology and begin to integrate these elements into a more coherent and authentic sense of self. This process of integration is akin to the alchemical transformation, where the disparate elements of the psyche are harmonized and transmuted into the gold of self-awareness and understanding. Consider the archetype of the phoenix, a powerful symbol of death and rebirth. In the journey of addiction and recovery, the phoenix represents the transformative potential that lies within the depths of despair. It is a symbol of renewal and resilience, reminding us that from the ashes of our struggles, new life and possibilities can emerge. By embracing the energy of the phoenix, individuals can find the strength to rise from the depth of addiction and to embark on a new chapter in their personal mythology. The exploration of personal mythology also involves a deep engagement with the concept of the shadow, as previously discussed. The shadow represents the unacknowledged and often disowned aspects of the self. Those parts that we deem unacceptable or incompatible with our conscious identity. By confronting the shadow, individuals can uncover the hidden aspects of their personal mythology and begin to integrate these elements into a more authentic and balanced sense of self. In the journey of reauthoring personal mythology, creativity plays a pivotal role. Creative expression, whether through art, writing, music, or movement, provides a means of exploring and articulating the inner landscape. It allows individuals to give form to the inchoate energies and emotions that reside within, transforming them into symbols and narratives that can be understood and integrated. Through the creative process, individuals can access the deeper layers of their psyche and engage with the archetypal themes that inform their personal mythology. They can explore the multiplicity of their inner world, giving voice to the diverse aspects of their identity and cultivating a deeper connection with their authentic self. In this way, creativity serves as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious, facilitating the integration of the self and the transformation of personal mythology. As we reflect on the journey of reauthoring personal mythology, let us also consider the role of mindfulness and presence in this process. Mindfulness as a practice of cultivating awareness and acceptance of the present moment provides a foundation for exploring the inner landscape and engaging with the deeper dimensions of our experience. It invites us to approach our personal mythology with curiosity and compassion, allowing us to discern the patterns and narratives that shape our perceptions and behaviors. Through mindfulness, individuals can develop a greater awareness of the interplay between their conscious and unconscious mind, cultivating a deeper understanding of the motivations and dynamics that inform their personal mythology. This awareness serves as a catalyst for transformation, empowering individuals to make conscious choices that align with their evolving sense of self and purpose. In conclusion, the journey of addiction and recovery is a profound exploration of personal mythology and the transformative potential of the human psyche. It is a journey that calls us to engage with the depths of our inner world, to embrace the symbolic and archetypal dimensions of our experience, and to cultivate a deeper connection with our authentic self as we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche. Let us hold in our hearts the understanding that the path to healing is one of courage, creativity, and presence. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the transformative power of personal mythology. And may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. In this shared journey, let us carry the light of consciousness as a beacon of hope and transformation, illuminating the path towards wholeness and unity. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future imbued with meaning, purpose, and the embrace of the self. As we continue our exploration of the profound relationship between addiction and the human psyche, let us turn our attention to the concept of transformation through suffering, a theme that resonates deeply within the narratives of personal mythology and the collective unconscious. Suffering, while often seen as an adversity to be avoided, holds within it the seeds of profound growth and enlightenment. It is through the crucible of suffering that the alchemy of the soul takes place. Transmuting the base elements of our existence into the goal of self-awareness and wisdom in the realm of addiction, suffering manifests in various forms: emotional, physical, and spiritual. It is a state of dissonance and disconnection where the individual is caught in the throes of a relentless cycle that seems insurmountable. Yet, it is precisely within this crucible of suffering that the potential for transformation lies. By facing the depths of their pain and despair, individuals are afforded the opportunity to confront the core issues that underpin their addiction and to embark on a journey of healing and self-discovery. The process of transformation through suffering is deeply intertwined with the concept of the dark night of the soul, a term that describes a period of profound inner turmoil and existential questioning. This dark night is a pivotal stage in the individuation process, where the individual is stripped of their former certainties and confronted with the raw and unfiltered reality of their existence. It is a time of profound introspection and vulnerability, where the individual must confront their deepest fears and longings. In the dark night of the soul, the individual is called to surrender to the unknown, to relinquish their attachment to the ego's constructs, and to embrace the mystery of the unconscious. This surrender is not a passive resignation, but an active engagement with the deeper dimensions of the psyche. It involves a willingness to explore the shadow and to integrate the disparate aspects of the self into a more coherent and authentic whole. Throughout history, mystics and seekers have spoken of the dark night as a necessary precursor to spiritual awakening and enlightenment. It is a rite of passage, a descent into the depths that ultimately leads to rebirth and renewal. In the context of addiction and recovery, the dark night serves as a metaphor for the transformative potential that lies within the depths of suffering. It is a reminder that from the ashes of despair, new life and possibilities can emerge. As individuals navigate the dark night of the soul, they are often guided by a sense of longing for something greater, a yearning for connection, meaning, and purpose. This longing is an expression of the soul's desire to transcend the limitations of the ego and to align with the deeper truths of existence. It is a call to embark on a spiritual journey, to seek the divine within and to cultivate a deeper connection with the sacred. In this journey, the individual is supported by the archetype of the wise old man or woman, a figure that embodies wisdom, guidance, and insight. This archetype serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration, offering a vision of the possibilities that lie beyond the dark night. It is a reminder that the journey of transformation is not undertaken in isolation, but is supported by the collective wisdom of those who have walked the path before. The presence of the wise old man or woman can manifest in various forms through the guidance of a mentor, the teachings of spiritual traditions, or the insights gained from introspection and reflection. This archetype represents the inner compass that guides the individual through the labyrinth of the psyche, offering a sense of direction and purpose as they navigate the complexities of their inner world. As we reflect on the theme of transformation through suffering, let us also consider the role of grace in the journey of recovery. Grace, as a concept, transcends the boundaries of religious doctrine and speaks to the universal experience of receiving unearned and unconditional love and support. It is the mysterious force that intervenes in moments of despair, offering solace and healing when least expected. In the context of addiction recovery, grace can manifest as a sudden insight, a serendipitous encounter, or an inexplicable sense of peace and acceptance. It is a gentle reminder that we are not alone in our struggles and that there is a greater force at work in the universe that supports our journey towards wholeness. Grace invites us to surrender to the flow of life, to trust in the process of transformation, and to open our hearts to the possibilities of healing and renewal. Through the experience of grace, individuals are reminded of their inherent worth and the interconnectedness of all life. It is a call to embrace compassion, empathy, and love as guiding principles in the journey of recovery. By cultivating an attitude of openness and receptivity, individuals can align themselves with the transformative power of grace and access the deeper dimensions of their being. In conclusion, the journey of addiction and recovery is a profound exploration of the human condition, one that encompasses the themes of suffering, transformation, and grace. It is a journey that challenges us to confront our shadows, to embrace the mystery of the unconscious, and to cultivate a deeper connection with the sacred. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche, let us hold in our hearts the understanding that the path to healing is one of courage, surrender, and grace. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the transformative power of suffering and grace. And may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. In this shared journey, let us carry the light of consciousness as a beacon of hope and transformation, illuminating the path towards wholeness and unity. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future imbued with meaning, purpose, and the embrace of the self. As we delve further into the labyrinthine journey of addiction and recovery, let us turn our attention to the profound interplay between freedom and responsibility concepts that, when harmonized, serve as pillars of transformation and healing. Freedom, in its essence, is the ability to choose, to act in accordance with one's true nature and deepest values, yet with this freedom comes the weight of responsibility. The understanding that our choices have consequences that ripple through the tapestry of our lives and the lives of those around us. In the context of addiction, the quest for freedom often manifests as a desire to escape the constraints of reality, to transcend the limitations imposed by the self or society. Alcohol and other substances become vehicles for this pursuit, offering temporary liberation from the burdens of consciousness and the strictures of the mundane. However, this illusory freedom is fraught with peril, as it often leads to a deeper entanglement with the very chains from which one seeks to break free, the journey of recovery. Therefore, involves a redefinition of freedom, one that is not characterized by the absence of constraints, but by the presence of conscious choice and intentionality. It is the freedom to engage with life in a meaningful and authentic way, to make choices that align with one's values and aspirations, and to accept the responsibility that accompanies these choices. This redefinition of freedom is closely linked to the process of individuation, where the individual moves towards a state of self-awareness and integration, as one becomes more attuned to the inner workings of the psyche. There is an increased capacity to discern the motivations and desires that drive behavior. This awareness empowers individuals to make choices that are informed by a deeper understanding of self, rather than by the unconscious forces that perpetuate the cycle of addiction. The balance between freedom and responsibility is also reflected in the archetype of the hero's journey, where the protagonist must navigate the challenges and trials that arise along their path. The hero is called to make choices that reflect their evolving sense of purpose, often at great personal cost. Yet, it is through these choices that the hero discovers their true strengths and potential, ultimately returning with wisdom and insights gained from their journey. In the context of recovery, the hero's journey serves as a metaphor for the individual's quest for self-discovery and transformation. As individuals confront the trials of addiction, they are called to make choices that reflect their commitment to healing and growth. These choices, while often difficult, are a testament to the courage and resilience of the human spirit, and a reflection of the individual's capacity to transcend the limitations of their former self. As we explore the dynamic interplay between freedom and responsibility, it is essential to consider the role of community and connection in this process. Recovery, by its nature, is not a solitary endeavor, but one that is supported by the collective strength and wisdom of others. In the context of community, individuals find the support and encouragement needed to navigate the complexities of their journey, as well as the accountability that fosters a sense of responsibility and commitment. Community provides a space for individuals to share their stories, to bear witness to the journeys of others, and to celebrate the triumph and challenges of the human experience. Within this communal space, individuals find the strength to confront their shadows, to embrace their vulnerabilities, and to support one another on the path to healing. In this way, a community serves as a catalyst for transformation, empowering individuals to make choices that reflect their deepest values and aspirations. The role of community in recovery is deeply intertwined with the concept of interdependence, the recognition that we are all connected and that our actions have a profound impact on the world around us. This understanding invites us to cultivate a sense of empathy and compassion, to consider the broader implications of our choices, and to engage with the world in a way that reflects our commitment to the well-being of all. As we reflect on these themes, let us also consider the importance of cultivating a sense of purpose and meaning in the journey of recovery. Purpose serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path forward and providing a sense of direction and motivation. It is the compass that guides individuals through the challenges and trials of their journey, offering a vision of the possibilities that lie beyond the confines of addiction. In the search for purpose, individuals are called to explore their passions, talents, and values, to engage with the deeper dimensions of their being and to align their actions with their highest aspirations. This exploration is a deeply personal and transformative process, one that invites individuals to connect with their inner truth and to contribute to the world in a way that reflects their unique gifts and strengths. In conclusion, the journey of addiction and recovery is a profound exploration of freedom, responsibility, and purpose. It is a journey that challenges us to redefine our understanding of these concepts, to engage with the depth of our psyche, and to cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us as we continue to explore the mysteries of the human psyche. Let us hold in our hearts the understanding that the path to healing is one of courage, intentionality, and connection. May we remain open to the wisdom of the unconscious, the guidance of the archetypes, and the transformative power of purpose and community. And may we, in our quest for understanding, contribute to the creation of a world where compassion, empathy, and love prevail. In this shared journey, let us carry the light of consciousness as a beacon of hope and transformation, illuminating the path towards wholeness and unity. As we embrace the eternal dance of light and shadow, we journey together towards a future imbued with meaning, purpose, and the embrace of the self